this race over here is a race at a world championship, and it looks like some of your races yesterday. But the only difference is that there's like 3 knots of current in here, which made the windward mark rounding impossible. Like this is how overstood you had to be. You know, this is like 10 boat lengths probably to make it to the mark.
Where is it?
Huh?
Where is it?
This is in Holland, in The Hague, the Netherlands. Okay, you can start playing it. You will see people that, there's a lot of people that, all right, stop. At the beginning of the, let's.
Enough, guys.
All right, you have time to talk in a second, but at the beginning of the video, the people in the front of the fleet are not having much trouble to pass the mark, right? Because they have a lot of space. They know the current's coming, but you will see how things start, like shit starts hitting the fan when the middle of the fleet and the octopus starts trying to get into. And I was in there. I was in like 15th or 20th, and I understood the ley line. I tacked like around here, and I still caught the mark. And then a lot of boats just start hitting it. Some people start grabbing it to pass it, and it became a jungle. Okay, and this is you will see an example of boats that are doing their job of actually posting up to windward, being overlaid, which is a safe thing. And you will see some irresponsible sailors coming from port and trying to post up around here, not making it, and having to go do jibes around and losing a lot of points. I was lucky, and you will see the opportunity where I was lucky. And you will see how lucky I was, which was incredible, to not have to round 40th, but I rounded in around 25 in the end, okay? Okay, keep playing it. So all of these boats are doing a good job. They overlaid by a lot. They know the current's strong. And then that's the front of the fleet, right? And then you'll start seeing boats that are barely making the ley line, you know, that are coming on port and then tacking, hitting the marks, and this is when things start getting real, okay? Now one boat hitting the mark, this boat's still passing it, but now there's people tacking around here. These people didn't make it. Boom, hitting the mark. Another. It'll come back in a second. He's chilling, winning the race. All right, and you can stop it here. I'm here. 21.7, 117. A little over underlaid, you know. I'm underlaid for the current there is. If there were no current, I would be okay. You know? And you see really good people. You know, the Norwegian bronze medalist, Spanish, Croatian. They're stuck over there, and they did not make it past the mark at that point. They're gone. They need to jibe around and do something to get back in it. Okay, keep going. Stop. But go back a little bit. Okay, Singapore, that's the smartest move. This guy's a second at Opti Worlds. He's a team racing world champion in the Optis, and he's been to 3 Olympics as well, Ryan Lowe. He's one of the smartest sailors out there, but he's too light for the laser, which makes it harder for him when it's windy, okay? So he's about to round in like 25th or something. And you'll see, what is he doing already? He's not gonna jibe, he's bearing away to tack, okay? And he's doing it with anticipation. It's still a little too late. But knowing that he's definitely not going to be able to make the mark where he is. So he's not just waiting until he gets himself into a tough situation. He's doing something about it. Okay, so let's see what he does. He bore away that much, and now he tacks, and he's going to try and weave in between. While me, I did not consider that. And I was like, I'm making it. And all of a sudden, I'm hitting the mark. And the current's so strong that I don't make it. And now I'm on port, and I end up hitting the whole fleet on port. I destroyed that Slovenian guy's race. Now I'm head to wind over there, stuck here, you know. And I'm like, all right, what am I gonna do now? People are jiving.
Good things about your mom this time, right?
Yeah, everyone, you know. And so now I'm around, I don't know, somewhere here, you know. And this is where I get super lucky, because I'm committed to go high. Wait, stop. I'm committed to go high, and there's still a lot of people on starboard that are not making the mark. And I'm like, if I tack here, I'm still not going to make the mark. So go back a few seconds. This Danish guy tacks, and the guy from Chile, it's this guy, has a bad calculation and grabs his main sheet, actually. And you will see his bow just go to leeward like this, boom. And he was yelling starboard at me like so hard, like this. Like he was like, starboard, starboard. And all of a sudden, the guy from Chile hits his main sheet, and he's like, poof. And I'm like, and I just crossed through, you know? And I'm like, whoa, that was lucky, because I was not going to attack. I was going to send it on board, because I was like, I was tired of this, you know? I was like, and so I'm here. This is how far back I am now at the moment, okay? And look at this, go forward, and then stop it for a little bit. But this Chile guy grabs this guy's main sheet. This is Mia, or this, I don't know which one of these two. Right, look at this. Right, and the main sheet's here, and now all of a sudden I'm crossing everyone. You know?
Oh my god.
And so now I crossed, and I made it. Okay, but this was the best case scenario ever, you know. And I was like, you know, I was so committed to what I wanted to do that in the end, like, the stars aligned, and I was able to not follow that Danish guy. But I was really not gonna tack there. I was gonna make him tack and like make him hit everyone. And I might have gotten a D&E later, you know, but I was going to pass that mark, you know. And so, yeah, that's me actually here, over here. You know, we were already destroyed. And then everything that was right here, like the best thing you could do was just hit the mark, pass, and do your turns. Because you weren't doing really on purpose. You were trying to shoot up to make it. But the current was so strong that it was impossible, you know. And so if there is no current and you're following people, getting in there and touching the mark, you're probably going to get a D&E like I should have if that Danish guy wouldn't have gotten trapped, you know? And so, yeah, there's times where you need to survive and you need to commit to certain things. But yeah, if I would have fouled that Danish guy, I would have had to do like 6 turns to compensate for that, you know? Like it would have been really bad. Okay, so keep going, hitting the mark, doesn't make it. You know? But this guy is like, I'm trying to hit it and make it, but no, he doesn't make it. He's lucky that there's no boats on starboard right now.
Now he's gonna grab the mark.
And now he just grabs the mark and passes it. I'm here, getting through. You know.
Should I do that slowly?
Hungary,
Oh no.
not really making it. India hitting it. Hungary hitting it. That's me. You can see my hat like this. I'm like, my glasses are sunk in the water. There's a picture of me with my main sheet in the back of my head, destroyed. I was like, sick of it, bro. I remember I cut back to like, I don't know, 18th place or something, but I made it, I qualified for the Olympics at this regatta, and it was crazy. It was like, I got 10th overall at those Worlds, country number 10, and qualified for the games, but it was like, this guy didn't qualify because of this situation, actually, you know? Like, he lost like 10 points, and I think he didn't make it by like 10 points or something like that.
Did you spin after?
I spun before one time, and then after, I really looked at everyone, and no one was spinning, so I just sent it. I was like the first foul I did was with the Slovenian guy, while I hit the mark. So I was like, I'm gonna do one turn for this. And then when the Danish guy went behind me, I didn't really foul anyone. So I just kept going, and I was clear. Yeah, but the Slovenian guy really wanted to protest me, and he's a good friend of mine. And in the end, on shore, he came to me, and I really apologized. And I was like, hey, I'm really sorry. He's like, yeah, but you ruined my race. He was in like 60th place overall, and I was in like 10th, you know. And so, but I owed him a big one after that. In the full rig fleet, there's a lot of code. We have codes, you know, and after days like this, everyone's like, dude, that was tough. And you either owe someone one or they owe something to you, but the last thing you want to do is get to the shore and fill up a protest and be there until like 9 p.m., you know? And so there were no protests after this day, which was really weird. 0 in the laser fleet. Yeah, that guy's not gonna spin. One person skipped the mark, and he got thrown out of the regatta. But he almost kicked out of sailing, because no one realized he actually wasn't ahead of me before the mark. He hits it, doesn't make it. Someone fouls him completely unfair, and he doesn't make it again. and then he does like a jibe, and then he looks at the situation and he goes like, nah, bro. He just tacks and starts reaching to the reach. And then no one realized, you know, and all of a sudden, I had seen him in the whole thing with me, and I knew I had been the luckiest guy out there. He couldn't be luckier than me. And all of a sudden, he was rounding the reach in front of me, and I was like, what happened? You know, he must have been a magician to get through. And then when another guy looked at the GPS, he saw that the guy just sent it, like you can see him doing turns here, and then he just sends it to the reach. And then someone protested him, like the whole fleet protested him, and he got kicked out of the regatta. But yeah, we will see the Argentinian guy doing it, but
Argentinian?
yeah, it's this guy. You will see it in a second, but I would have wished to be in that situation, but it's him. Okay. Look, he goes on port. He tries again. Not happening. Yeah, he's back here. Dude, Paulo's made it just. He did not even hit. So Argentina is not even there. He's like, he's here. You'll see, 1 second. No, I think he does another tack. He tacks again. He's coming, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm last." Jives, boom. Good luck, everyone. And then he's like, that's really bad, right? I've never skipped a mark in my life. Okay? I would rather round in this position than skip a mark.
Look at Nick again. Go a little back. So remember that Nick hit the mark? He's going back. He probably is speed.
No, he already passed, I think.
No. Put it back. Put it forward. Look at him. He's gonna hit this guy here, and he needs to
Boom. Oh, he's spinning.
He's spinning. He needs to spin again, right?
How long after did someone realize?
Like that night. Like no one realized. He finished the race, he got scored. And then that night, I think he was fighting for the Olympic qualifiers. So a lot of countries are like just checking the GPS, seeing what happened, who fouled, whatever. Because no one can really protest something after the limit, right? But everyone's like trying to figure out what happened. And then this Argentinian guy, someone realized that had skipped the mark. And they were like, he almost gets away with it. But you'll never get away with skipping a mark at that level. At any level, really. You should never even consider it. But yeah, that's what can happen, you know, when the level's so high.